Hello, friends. Today we have invited Anju ma'am. So, thank you so much for joining this session, Anju ma'am. Welcome to this session.
Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm very privileged and glad to hear.
Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing well. What about you, Mukesh? Thank
Yeah,
you for asking.
I'm good. And how is weather there, ma'am?
It is quite moderate, not hot and not cold. So pleasant weather, you can say, Pune weather.
I think you might have cold.
Yeah, little bit you can say I'm under the weather because it's just changing in weather. So that's why little bit I'm under the weather. Otherwise, I'm fine. There is no problem.
Okay. So, ma'am, in this session, I will ask some questions related to your English journey. So, first
Mhm.
of all, how did you learn this language?
Yeah, Mukesh, actually, we all know that English, it is not new for us because we have learned it in our subject as a subject grammar portion. But actually, most of the things we missed are in during means class and in our syllabus spoken portion. We have learned grammar portion, but when it comes to speaking, that time we, make some mistakes. So it is not new for us, and actually, I would like to uh, tell about. I would like to tell you about a little bit myself because. As you know, my name is Anju, and actually earlier I was working till 2020 I was working. So that time I had some problem, like when I was writing mails, and when I had to face customers. So that time I was uh, facing this type of problem. So actually, I don't know why that time I didn't recognize, and I didn't think that I should focus and I should learn this language and I need to brush up my language more. But after lockdown, when I was alone, that time even actually I didn't think about. I wish I could have done in lockdown. So now my English, I think it would be in next level. But now in January onward, 2023 in January, I thought, no, actually this is enough. Now I have to work on it, and then I started my this journey, and so far so good. Things are getting better day to day. So I am in the process of learning this language, and by this way actually, because I knew all those things, grammar and everything. So only needed to how to improve my spoken. So I just paid attention in January 2023, and still I'm on the process.
Okay. When did you start exact learning this language?
um,
Means my question
Actually,
is that how long have you been learning and how long have you been practicing on this language?
yeah, as I mentioned you, January 2023 I started working on it.
Okay, so now it has been totally 11th months.
Yeah, 11 months.
So how do you do practice, ma'am? Do you practice alone?
Actually, sometime I do practice with my co-learner, and sometime by watching, YouTube video and some content, English content. So, and sometime also, vocabulary. I work on vocabulary. So by this way, I do practice.
How do you improve your vocabulary, ma'am?
Vocabulary, I think there is no shortcut of learning vocabulary. There is only that you should learn two or three words on daily basis, and you should make many type of sentences, tense based sentences, so that you can stick, uh, so that this word can stick in your mind, and in future while communicating with people you can use your vocab. Otherwise after a while, after some time, you will forget if you just learn and you don't apply in your daily communication. You don't apply it in any story making trick, so after a while you will forget it.
Yeah, it happens with everyone, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned that you watch YouTube videos. So how do you practice with that watch while watching videos?
Actually, first of all, I see that what kind of content is, and if it is vocabulary related. So I mentioned that what kind of practice I do with vocabulary, and if it is based on structure, advanced structure, and any other thing like phrasal verb and other things. So I do the same. First of all, I focus that what need to do. I first I take two three phrasal verb and two three vocab, and I just write down present, past, future in tenses, and after that in short story. So I am in the habit of writing a short story or short notes on that, so that in future I can recall this whatever I have learned. So by this way, actually, I try to learn. Okay.
Is it easiest way to learn new vocab?
I think so. Actually, it's work on me. That's why I adapt this way.
How many vocabs do you learn in a day?
I think we should learn two or three vocabs in a day. If we are going to learn more than two, three vocabs, so it is not possible to learn and use on daily basis. So to me, I think two, three vocab is sufficient for a day.
Then how do you memorize that vocabs after writing in your notebook?
Actually, whatever I have learned, I just try to whole day. I just try to speak whole day whenever I am in the kitchen, whenever I do something. So that time I try to use in means kitchen related work. So if I doing something, so I just memorize that relate to that work.
Great. How many vocabs have you learned, ma'am?
No, no, actually, it's not counted, and it's not my fingertips. English, it's a vast, subject, and it's a very subjective matter. So, how can I say that I have learned this much or means in numbers? It is not possible, I think.
Okay, yeah. Yes. Then, ma'am, means how do you consider it? Do you consider it as a language or do you consider it as a subject?
Um, yeah, this is a language. No one can deny it. But it is not a first language. It is a global language. So these days, uh, if it is considered as a subject, so already I think we have learned it. But no, this is not as a subject. It's a globally language. And nowadays, actually, why everyone wants to learn this language, because I think in day to day life it is very important. On the other hand, if you are working professional, so it is necessity to learn this language, because without having good communication skills, you can't going to survive. And nowadays our children, they are studying in english medium school, so for that purpose, also we need to learn this language, because if you are not complete and you are not able to give their answer, and at school if you are not able to communicate with teacher and in parent teacher meeting, so I think it's not only subject, it's a global language, and nowadays actually it becomes, your status symbol.
Like that person
Mm-hmm.
seems to be an educated person.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, what is happening these days, Mukesh? No matter how intelligent you are in your own subject, suppose that you are a history teacher or you are a math teacher, okay. But if you are not able to articulate your thoughts in this language, and if someone's parents come to you and they ask something in English, and you just reply them in Hindi, so that time actually they don't consider you that you are a math teacher, and this is only language, he is master in his subject. No, doesn't matter, but thing is that, oh, he doesn't know English.
Yeah.
So yeah, earlier what happened that the people who are preparing for the examination, means bank and competitive exams, they only need to learn this language, means deeply grammar portion at all, and nowadays actually it is very essential for, I think, everyone.
Yes, you're absolutely right, ma'am. No one can
Yeah,
deny this.
yeah, fact that.
Okay, ma'am. So then, thank you so much for joining this session, and
Okay, Mukesh, thank you for inviting me.
thank you for giving me your precious time.